And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be going to Japan. We're going to be looking at all sorts of gorgeous things like cherry trees, rising suns, some clouds, some pine trees, some birds, some poem flags, some interesting things. We're looking at a two-player strategy game from Blue Orange Games called Naya. It's designed by my favorite designer, Bruno Cathala. It's a patented two-player strategy game, 10 minutes to play, quick and easy. Let's take a look. And now you're going to be placing one of your characters on a tile and then removing that tile, and you're trying to get either 4 in a row, either horizontally, either way, or diagonally like this, or to get a 2x2 square. Those are the end game conditions for this. The first person to do that is going to be the winner. Now, if you look at these tiles, you'll notice that there are different things here. There's actually 8 different icons that are on these different tiles. So the first is the sun. We see a big orange sun on 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tiles, okay? We see a cherry tree on this one, this one, this one, and this one. We see a poem flag or red flag on this one, this one, this one, and this one. We see a pine tree on this one, this one, this one, and this one. We see a bird on this one, this one, this one, and then there's one more bird there. We have fall leaves on this one, this one, this one, and this one. And the last one, I believe, the clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8 different types of things on these tiles. And the first move of the game has to be on one of these outside tiles. And let's say they play here. They take the tile away, and we usually just put it kind of right next to the board. And we see that this has a sun or a cherry. So the next person, when they lay a tile, has to be the one that has a sun or a cherry. So they might go, okay, well, this one has a cherry tree. I'm going to go there. So they've gone here. So then the next player has to go on either a cherry tree or a bird. Well, shoot, there's a bird. It's right next to this guy. So I'm going to take this one and put this guy here. Okay? So now this guy has to go on either a bird or a pine tree. He sees this pine tree, and he's going to go there to try to block this guy here. And now we have the red will go on a pine tree or a flag. And maybe he goes here on this flag here to kind of block this black player there. And then the next guy, the black player, has to go on the leaves or the flag. So maybe he goes something like this on this flag. And now the red player has to go on a iris or a purple flower or a flag. And he goes here. And now the black player has to go on a bird or an iris. And he sees that if this red player gets there, he would win. So he puts his black there like that. And now the red player has to go on a leaves or a bird. And maybe he goes here. And the black player has to go on a sun or leaves. And maybe they go here. And now the red player has to go on a sun or flower. Maybe he goes here. And the black player has to go on a sun or a pine. And they go here and they win. Boom. They have 4 right there. And the black player would win the game. And the game's over. Now you can play longer matches, which mean that however many tiles are left over count as points. So the black player would get 4 points. And you can play to 10, 15, or 20. And then you start over. And that's Naya. All right, well, there's Naya. Obviously, it's super easy, super quick, super fun. I gotta admit, I don't typically like abstract games, which is kind of weird because if you think about it, a lot of the games that I like that Bruno makes, they are kind of abstracty, but not being an abstract. Even Mr. Jack could be considered almost a similar, like, abstracty, right? But I don't typically like abstract games, but I like this one. I don't know why. If Augustus was Gamer Bingo, and SOS Titanic is Gamer Solitaire, then this is Gamer Connect 4. It really is. Without having it being tilted up but being played on the table, it's very interesting that way. You got to think 2, 3 moves ahead. It's just a quick, easy thing. Boom, set up, boom. It takes 2 seconds to set up. You're done. It takes a minute to teach, but there's some layers of strategy there. It's just an excellent, quick 10-minute, hey, someone's going to be showing up soon. We got 10 minutes. Pull this game out, quick little strategy game. And I like how it has a little variations where you can keep score for longer games. It's just a cool little fun, simple little game. If you're looking for an abstract game that's easy to teach, fun to play, takes only 10 minutes, small, they can fit in a backpack. You can play it on a plane, train, automobile, whatever. Check out Naya. Bruno has done it again. I can't wait till the day that he does something I don't like, because I kind of want to step on something just so it doesn't look like I have like a designer crush on this guy. Anyway, Naya, check it out.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.